Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday night, and goddamn, you know what that means. Welcome to another beautiful edition of the AEW Wrap Up right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern, brother. What's going on, everybody? I'm good old Mike BELCASTER, and joining us to finally the tripod is complete. The trio of trios champions. I'm obviously a good old Mike BELCASTER. Oh shit, I'm going this way. But go, let's make round.
See the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto. It is so good to have the band together. I think for the first time on a Sunday night, but also here.
Oi, bruv. It's Frames.
Oi, bruv. Good to have you around there, brother.
Good
oh my
day,
goodness.
Good day to be be a wrestling fan.
My
what
goodness.
A day. What a like. Let's just like really quick, like it was so awesome to wake up today, and then like within an hour of waking up, you get to go downstairs and start watching the buy-in show. Like, honestly, this has felt like the biggest show. Like this felt like AEW's WrestleMania finally to me.
It really did. It felt larger than anything else they've done. I mean, it's undeniable. Larger than actually anyone's ever done.
Yeah.
In the history of professional wrestling.
From what I've seen, they had 90,000 complete in attendance. There was 8,100 and whatever the number was paid. So you know, obviously you got some comps going on, family and shit like that. But oh my goodness, man, what a goddamn accomplishment from AEW. It's just mind blowing. I remember sitting there watching All In, the first one, being at the edge of my seat, saying how magical it was that they sold out this 10,000 person arena, and we've gone from tens to hundreds. It's phenomenal, man.
It feels different coming out of it than it did going into it.
Yeah.
It feels bigger than what I thought that it was, even though I knew it was big before.
Yeah. It's crazy because when it first started, I think we did a topic on the debate show about what will make it a success. Like, if they sell 40,000, is it a success? I'm like, 40,000 tickets, their biggest house show would definitely be a success. They doubled it. They broke the live paid attendance.
I was on that debate show.
Yeah, you were there too, right?
Yeah.
And they double it. They sell out. They have the biggest live audience, paid live audience in wrestling history. It looked beautiful. The presentation was nice. I love the mixing of the announcers. We got a little taste of everybody. Nigel McGuinness, we got Jim Ross. Honestly, Jim Ross has sounded better to me the last couple of weeks than he has in a while. Like,
absolutely.
I picked up on that, but he's not sounding crazy.
I think Nigel McGuinness is going to wrestle Daniel Bryan.
He has to. Yeah, you were saying it in the chat earlier.
That was supposed to happen at this All In, but with Danielson's injury, so I wonder if they wait a year and do it next year, or do they do it before that?
Called him Brittle Danielson.
I love Nigel McGuinness being the heel announcer too. Like, it fits so well, man. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So much fucking going on.
for people who don't know too, Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson is the same as Samoa Joe versus CM Punk for our ROH fans.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
We got
huge.
It's
free.
And we got Nicole. She agreed it's an awesome pay-per-view. Mike, did the kids like the pay-per-view?
Dude, you know what the coolest thing was? Is like the fact that it was so early in the day. We woke up, we made we made a London breakfast for everybody. So we had beans and eggs and bacon, and like it was a fun time. Minus the blood sausage, obviously, but it was like we all got to hang out and watch the show, and everybody really enjoyed it. And it's so damn good, man. It was wild. What's up, Bagel Bites?
Bagel's one of my homies.
Bagel pieces? Ooh, yummy. We're not here to talk about food today. We don't need to be distracted by food.
Hey,
man, let's tell the people where they can find us, and then we could jump into today, right, Mike?
Let's do it, man.
Mike, I'm DMing you a picture on Discord just in case you haven't seen this.
Oh, please. I'm so excited.
You may have seen it already. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That's Nigel McGuinness the other day.
Oh. Looking forward. Is he jacked? Oh,
yes.
All right, guys. Real quick, head on over to theturnbuckletavern.com. Follow, like, and subscribe to us everywhere you possibly can, please. No matter what your niche is in wrestling, we have something for you. So check out our streams, check out our podcasts, and you're going to find it. Follow us on everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Not
That's
to
it.
mention
Go buy a shirt at WrestlingTees.com/tavern.
The Discord has been popping, so definitely head over there too.
Yeah, I've been popping into the Discord. We've all been popping in more.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back. Come have a drink with us at the tavern. If you get drunk with us at the tavern, Mike's having a drink right now.
We had a fucking packed house for the stream today too. It was super fun and good to talk to everybody. And there you go. You got your major pod
What is
IPA.
that? Give me that again. What is that?
Matt Cardona's
Figure
booze.
Podcast IPA.
I want one.
I want one.
I have some in my fridge. I don't know how.
Are they still available, or is it just completely sold out? They're never getting them again.
I'll look into that. I'll look into it.
They should definitely work that out.
Yeah,
so first we're going to talk about Dynamite. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Dynamite. We're not going to talk about Rampage. We're not going to talk about Collision.
All roads led to here. Why do we got to talk about it? You know,
odds are if you're a fan of the Turnbuckle Tavern, odds are you caught up with everything in order to watch this pay-per-view.
Yes.
So tonight we're going to have a little conversation.
Want to have
what a conversation. Yeah, let's just get. You guys want to just get right into it? We got anything like crazy? I'm Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, man.
I think this is what we should do. I think we should just get into it, and anything if we have time at the end of it, we'll go over some other stuff. But I don't think we're gonna have time.
Let's talk about a little bit of news. They announced another pay-per-view coming up today.
Yeah, Wrestle Dream on Antonio Inoki's fucking birthday. Anniversary of his birthday. It is his birthday or is his anniversary of his passing. It's one of the two.
Do you think they'll do it in Japan?
Ooh.
One day. I know they're doing it in Seattle this year. That's what Tony Khan was saying. We're going to do it live in Seattle this year. It's going to be great. I'm pumped for it, man. I like having more AEW in my life.
Who's headlining that one?
Yeah, right. But so fun little fact. Obviously, it was an Antonio Inoki idea to have this Wrestle Dream show. It was from a long time ago, but
apparently it was a pay-per-view with WWF and another Japanese.
It was like a mix of a couple companies, and then Minoru Suzuki was on the original card,
as well as Bret Hart.
Yes,
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Here we
Hulk
are.
Hogan was actually there and in Japan and in America all on the same day.
Yeah, look at Ace Wrestle Dream in tribute to the biggest dreamer in wrestling history, Antonio Inoki. Did you know I got Antonio Inoki wrestle at Madison Square Garden when I was a kid?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So he used to wrestle for WWF every so often. So
yeah.
Look, we got Tyson in the house. What's up, Tyson?
Hey, yo.
I mean, Antonio Inoki is like the Babe Ruth of Japanese wrestling. It's crazy.
I would say even bigger than Babe Ruth.
I don't know about how anyone can be bigger than Babe Ruth, but
I mean, he got political office. He was like running the country and shit.
You ever have that named after him?
I would say the closest thing in wrestling to Inoki is The Rock, and The Rock is nowhere close as far as like his popularity in Japan compared to The Rock's popularity in America.
Inoki was over.
Yeah, he's one of the most famous people in Japan.
And Inoki was over everywhere he went. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't really think there was that much other news this week, right? That's really
there was. I mean, they had a couple match announcements. Takeshita's fighting Kenny Omega at All Out.
It's worth mentioning since we haven't got to stream since it happened, but rest in peace to Bray Wyatt and
Terry
Funk.
What a real beautiful tribute by the House of Black, leaving the lantern. That got me choked up. Little things like that always get to me.
Yeah.
Them calling the lights the fireflies. Like, I guess what a way to have him
live
forever. Like, beautiful tribute.
He had FTR showing love for Brody Bray.
Yeah, both wearing the brand.
And Jay, awesome.
Jay.
Yeah, beautiful.
You had the branding iron.
Yeah.
Show up
I was expecting a little bit more out of Eddie Kingston. We'll get to that when we get to it, but I was expecting him to come out with the flaming Brandon iron and a Funk You shirt after he took that little hiatus. It would have been great, but he did a good job.
He should have came out with the chainsaw and the Funk You shirt on.
I just wanted to bring that up top of the show so we don't get bummed out mid-show.
Tough wrestling, but like Mike said, it was what an emotional week, and then we cap it off with just such a happy moment, a good time.
Yeah,
you know how bad of a week of pro wrestling it was when I watched SmackDown.
I know the Bray Wyatt stuff has affected me because even I got chill bumps right now. Like it's
it's so sad, man. And like
dude is
he's
like close to my age, like and
he was born a few months before me, man.
Yeah, the same your age.
It's fucked, man. But listen, we appreciate Bray Wyatt. We appreciate Terry Funk. We love pro wrestling, and if it wasn't for either one of them, we probably wouldn't be here doing this podcast. And I love it.
Just to think that both Brody and Bray are gone from that same group, so young.
Poor Rowan, man.
Wyatt family. When the original Wyatt family came up, they brought eyes back to WWE that weren't there for a while because of men. And we'll just go over this real quick. And their matches with the Shield were phenomenal. Bray, his whole run with Cena and the whole audience singing, "You've Got the Whole World in My Hand." When Cena was the top face of the company, everybody was singing for Bray Wyatt at that time.
Yeah,
it's just
beautiful.
It's such a heart tugging thing, and knowing he has 4 little kids and his family.
Yeah. Well, Cena's coming back next week, so be curious to see what he says. You know, he's going to mention Bray.
All right. It's much love and prayers to their family. Like right now, going through that. Rotundo, Barry Windham, his brothers. He's got a brother and a sister, and just terrible, terrible.
Absolutely. And we there's nothing we can say about Terry Funk that hasn't already been said because he's a goddamn legend. And I mean,
Terry Funk. Wow. Like I think I said this, that's going to be released on a debate tomorrow. Like I know the word trailblazer is always thrown around in wrestling, but I think he's a true trailblazer for hardcore wrestling. For half these people doing the shit they do today is because of Terry Funk.
Yeah, I forgot the full story, but Tony Schiavone said something where he was like, "Oh, we said that Bryan Danielson's one of the best wrestlers alive," and 5 seconds afterwards, Eddie texted him and he said, "Fuck you, it's Terry Funk," and that's exactly how the mentality across the world should be. Terry Funk was, I mean, he's been wrestling since the 70s. It's fucking insane, man. Like career.
Born. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? And then he went on all the way until the late 2000s, still doing his thing. I mean, insane, dude. What a fucking career.
Yeah. And the last
and Bob Barker.
We'll mention Bob Barker, who was everybody loved Bob Barker, the best host of Price ever.
He came so close, he didn't go over $1. It's all good.
I love
Come on down. Beautiful though. So good. Well, guys, let's get into it. 0 hour. Kicked off fucking so hot. We started off with the Aussie Open versus Better Than You, baby. Adam Cole, MJF.
Was that before the contract signing?
Oh no, this. I forgot all about the contract. So much fucking happened today. It was crazy. The contract signing was
first, right?
Yeah, we had
Miro
and Will Hobbs.
Hobbs.
Yeah, Will Hobbs and Miro. They did the contract signing. Got a little hot.
I didn't see that.
The 0 hour was long, man. I didn't know it started 2 hours before the show. So
I turned it on Bleacher till noon.
Yeah, no, they said it started at 11 my time, so noon your time.
Well,
but
on my Bleacher report, I turned it on at like 11:30 and it wasn't on yet, so that's weird.
It was YouTube had it going.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, I
had no clue about the other.
Very, very hot contract signing. I loved it. Miro looks like $1 million. Hobbs looks like $1 million.
This story with these guys was brilliantly done. It was just a slow simmer on Collision. Me and Freems talked about this last week.
Yeah,
it was beautifully done. So I'm all in.
I'm a huge Hobbs fan. I love Miro. So
happy to see them both
slapping meat. Yes,
it was good.
I've heard some people complain about like Hobbs, like, oh, okay, he's getting with Miro to lose, whatever. Even if he does, the fact that he's getting a program when Miro's like. Basically, he's been back, but this is like really his return. That's big.
Yeah, I can't wait for this match.
Super excited. Then we had Jeff Jarrett, and he got into a little run-in with like Gato and Big Show, Paul White. Who else came out? Anthony Gogo, which we haven't seen in forever.
Yeah, I don't know what the company.
He got lost after they did the weigh-in with Cody.
Yeah,
he was still in Florida up until yesterday, but crazy. It was awesome.
Cody Rhodes became the American Dream for one night that night, and then we never saw Anthony Ogogo again.
Yeah, but
I'm so glad Grado was there.
Yes, Oh, it was, dude, it was so good.
Following any of that? They had like a kayfabe fight on Jeff Jarrett's podcast. Jeff Jarrett cracked a guitar over him.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Grado got to do it to him tonight. It was great.
Yep.
Very, very beautiful.
Grado has like one of the best wrestling entrances in wrestling.
Yeah. And it was cool to see. I really feel like the everybody shined tonight. Like everybody from their homeland really got the rub. It was good. There's parts of it coming out.
Yeah, they've announced a few matches so far. We know what do we know so far? Darby versus Luchasaurus for the TNT title. We know
the winner of Penta and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Versus
So
Soho.
yeah, we got that. We got Mox versus whoever wins the intercontinental or international title this Dynamite.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, that's gonna be banger.
I can't wait to see if the main event's going to be MJF versus Punk. I have no idea what the main event's going to be, so
we'll fuck around and find out. That's where I'm at with it. It's going to be a very interesting week here.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see CM Punk versus Jack Perry. Who knows?
So that's interesting. I don't know if you want to talk about that right now.
Maybe CM.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
get a balls than the Elite. I don't
know about that.
You saying yes? Talk about it, Mike.
Yeah, let's go for it, man. There's no hold barred here.
So,
we're rocking and rolling.
I think J-Bone is right. I think it's going to be MJF versus Punk.
I hope so.
It's too early for me to even. I could see that. It's just way too early for me to even make a prediction.
Yeah.
But we had some backstage rumors that Jack Perry fucked around and found out.
And all reports say he fucked around and found out.
Except for Miro's report. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
So apparently...
We know Miro was there at that time, so...
Apparently, from what I heard is, and what most people have heard, is that Jack Perry got nose-to-nose to CM Punk, bumped him, Punk pushed him.
Yeah, Punk pushed him back.
Perry came back at him, and then Punk choked him out.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out. Nah.
And next week it's gonna be a Kiss My Glass match, like J-Bone said.
Listen, I mean, you don't poke the lions without expecting a little roar, right? And Punk's the biggest lion in the joint, man.
Yeah, apparently the Miro quote tweeted and said, "This is all lies."
Yeah.
So who knows what happened?
Something happened, and of course,
Tony Khan started the media scrum. He listens. There was an altercation, and I don't know the details, but we're investigating it right now because Tony loves investigating.
I thought Tony Khan said, "I heard something happen."
Yeah,
investigations mean your people are never going to find out anything. Just leave us alone. It's backstage shit, and you don't deserve to know it. Which, in my opinion, is true.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
but. Before we get into all the craziness, let's go over it because we'll go in order. We got the Aussie Open. We got Adam Cole. MJF was not expecting the outcome here, but what a fucking match that was. Aussie Open was fantastic. MJF, Adam Cole, great. Double clothesline for the finish. Gets the win.
Did the kangaroo kick, and let me tell you, like, he looks so stupid setting up for it, and he does that drop kick on both of them, which was friggin' amazing.
It was beautiful. Yeah,
it was,
so silly, but so damn good, man. I thought the energy. What a great opener to get the energy up, get everything rocking and rolling.
People were in their seats by then. It was crazy.
I personally have mixed feelings of them holding the belts.
Yeah,
but not that much mixed feelings about it.
And I did until
what happened later.
Yeah, I did until the main event, until everything was said and done, until the very ending of the show. I was like, why are they doing this? It's just gonna make a mess out of everything, and they did a good job with it. But man, I really, really enjoyed it. It was cool. I can't get over how beautiful that arena looked, how many people were there, how fucking fantastic
the match itself,
that visual.
The match itself, I missed. I was driving to work.
Oh.
Well, it will be a rewatch if you ever need it. Just let me know.
It's the only match I missed. Was that?
It was beautiful though. So good. But
go back and watch this on Bleacher, or is it gone now?
Yeah, no. It takes 24 hours. I tried restarting it in the stream, and then they cut it off halfway during the Punk match. So I was like, oh fuck! But 0 Hour lives on YouTube forever and ever.
You'll be there for us to watch.
It should be available tomorrow.
I I have my
It was-
ways. Okay, I got
Yeah.
I have my ways too,
because,
but I was
because I'm
wondering
that bitch. All right.
Right.
if Leech are like that because I mean I have everything from AEW
Yeah.
ever.
I love it. Listen, it's cool. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, not.
Yeah.
So,
Apparently,
yeah, I have no problem with them with the being the champions. I thought they would lose and that would cause friction for the main event. I was wrong. I like this better. It makes more sense, and I'm curious. Like I'm just happy they didn't break them up yet because there's more story to tell with these two
Yeah.
guys.
My
Definitely-
only issue is using like the Ring of Honor tag team championships as a prop, but it's fine. It's cool.
I get it, but I thought it was very well done, and it's a storyline I don't think we've ever seen in wrestling. Where
Well, and another thing too, this is going to help someone else get a good rub later.
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Well, but what I mean when I say that, but we've never seen this in wrestling. I'm saying like two best friends, no turn whatsoever.
Yeah.
MJF going to be this dastardly heel to like the guy that you felt so bad for at the end of the show, and you're like, fuck, man. I don't know, man. This was 81,000 tickets sold and a 90,000 gate for the arena. I mean, not gate, but I mean,
And
people in the
attendance.
arena, asses in seats, dude.
Yeah.
What a
It's wild.
what an integral show. It really was.
Yeah, but one of my favorite matches from the night, fucking FTW Championship, Hook versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Jungle Man. Fuck around with the glass and find.
And you're not gonna
Huh?
like this. I have a hot take.
Yeah, go for it.
I was really pissed off that stupid FTW title wasn't retired for good on
Yeah,
Collision.
I don't know what your beef is with that title. It just doesn't.
He doesn't
bother
get
me.
it. He didn't watch it.
Titles that are just made. It's like the $1 million title. It means nothing.
It's
Go
not
away.
though anymore. You may feel like that, but it's really not. Like it's
It is.
Yeah,
being traded. Like it's the $1 million title. Like one guy pretty much held that most of the time.
it was Taz. I think
Virgil,
Sabu had it for a little bit.
I'm talking about the $1 million title.
Well, I'm talking about the FTW
Yeah,
title. though.
FTW title's been passed around even since.
Yeah,
It feels like a real title. They list it as a championship on the website, don't they?
no,
They do.
it's sanctioned by AEW.
well,
okay.
that's the whole title. It's an unsanctioned title, brother. When Taz came out and announced it, he said, "This is not a sanctioned AEW title. This is the FTW title, and my kid Hook is gonna be the man that got the plan, brother."
Yeah, I think it's a better way to do it than the old hardcore title was.
Yeah,
done. I think they're doing it great. I like it. I don't have an issue with it.
yeah. I listen. I thought the match was fantastic.
Match was good. There's no doubt. No denying the match. I think Hook looked phenomenal.
He did.
He looked phenomenal with the entrance.
He looked good for a Hook.
Yeah, with the gear. I loved it, man. I really, really enjoyed it.
I just,
Mike, you two. Here's a question, real quick for you two on the subject.
Oh yeah.
of AEW. What are your all thoughts on AEW Fight Forever and the Stadium Stampede mode? I haven't got to try it yet. I know Mike's
played it.
playing it a bunch. Tell
I
us.
love
Mike.
it. I
Everyone's
fucking
Fun. I
I
know.
love
see
Stadium
people
Stampede
fun
mode.
by throwing them off the stadium or something.
yeah. No, I literally. Once you unlock the Irish Whip ability, I think Stadium Stampede mode becomes a whole different ballgame because you can Irish Whip people outside of the little circle that closes. You can fuck around hardcore, but my favorite thing is to do now is just throw people over the fucking top of the balcony, let them fall into the chairs, and then I do a dive off of them like I'm fucking Jeff Hardy and New Jack all combined into one. It's super fun,
I
man.
need to play this.
Yeah, Freems, we got to get on and just go to town one day
I
and
wish I
have a
could play
great
against
time.
you guys. How come it's not cross-platform? I have PS5.
They're working on it. I know they. I think they are because it's. I mean, the community's not as strong as a WWE release or like an NFL or anything, but the game mode's so fucking fun. They're working on a few glitches. If they continue with the way it's going, it's so damn fun because it is a little difficult to get used to. It's a completely different game.
The whole game is amazingly fun. They just need to add more depth to it, and it's fine.
Yeah, but they've updated at least 20 different attires.
I mean,
Like
it's
Trent's
getting
got
better.
bald hair now.
It's getting better and
Damn.
better.
Okay, I'm gonna re-download it right now.
Yeah, no. So
That it's getting better. I just want more depth and levels to play.
they got
And
heel Luchasaurus now. They got Trent with the bald head. Trying to think of everything. Sting's got new attires. Jericho's got new attires. It's great. So there's the quality of life is going.
Yeah,
But I think there was a
I'm
lot
downloading it.
going on. It was fun though. Super, super fun. Stadium Stampede's ridiculous. If you just go into it with blind ambition and just enjoy the shit out of it.
If you want to have a have fun playing a game, play Fight Forever.
I won a goddamn stadium stampede on a horse as Hangman, and I don't think I've had a better time in my entire life playing a game.
You were Hangman, so you were warm hanging on a peg, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I was peg warming like crazy. But
Where
yeah,
you-
real glass, cry me a fucking river. God damn. I was surprised they did all that shit they did on the limousine or the whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
It was some intense. Yeah, it was fun, but they did such a goddamn good job. I really enjoyed the shit out of that match. It was so good.
Yeah,
Hook with the win, man.
yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Forward.
fuck Jungle Boy.
FTW title forever.
Yeah, that's where
That's
I'm
what
at
I
with
say.
it, man.
That's what
I
I
say
say.
Or the
fuck
win.
on the toilet.
Or the win.
Once
Or
and
the
for-
win.
Oh.
Don't fuck with glass, kids. It'll bite you on the
The FTW title down the toilet. It's time to move on from that stupid little fake belt.
Yeah. No, it's a good belt. Don't shit on it. I love it.
I hate it. I don't like it.
There's
I don't-
so much history behind it, though. That's the thing. It's not just they didn't just bring it out of nowhere. It was so good. Yeah, I got a 7-star Stadium Stampede match yesterday.
Anyway, let's move on to the start of the show. We get Samoa Joe versus CM Punk for the Real World Championship. In a
Yeah.
match that we're waiting for between these two, finally.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
It's so goddamn good, man.
I still want the I accept bitch sound alert.
Oh,
Yeah.
during the week frames, and I'll get it for us.
There's some good ones. There was a lot of good ones. This was phenomenal, though, man. I mean, what an opener! Was not the way they opened the show was with like 3 of the hottest fucking matches they possibly could do.
You're not kidding. Like,
Yeah.
who expected that? Like, although when you looked at the card, it was like, oh, I guess each match is really a friggin' amazing match. But yeah, so CM Punk, I mean, Joe said he didn't beat him last time he escaped. He beat him today. Like,
He beat the shit out.
what a match.
they-
A physical
They beat the
match.
shit
I
out
love-
of each other.
I
Yeah.
love the announcer table spot where Joe fucking flung him
Punk
through the front of it.
table?
Comes out bloody as hell. Oh,
That
it was
was
so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
was
loved
like,
it, man.
holy shit, I've never, like, I was not expecting Punk to go through the table like that. I love when
Yeah.
that type of stuff happens.
That's almost better than the actual table break itself. Like when
Oh,
like Triple H would pedigree somebody through it because you're like, oh fuck.
Like, we've seen people get hit on a table and it collapsed. I've never seen somebody go through the table like that,
Yeah,
thrown in. So
very very well done, but super fun. Just a great fucking match between both people. I really enjoyed the shit out of it. There was very little dull moments throughout this whole show, which made it that much better. But I think the pacing was so damn good. This was so beautiful. And Punk getting heat.
not having huge video packages between each match.
That too, yeah.
Going, like, it
Oh,
was-
Punk pulling out the 5 moves is doom,
yeah,
and then going into the Hogan mode.
yeah. Hogan's debuted in there. He does the big leg drop on Samoa Joe, and then Samoa Joe starts hulking up. Like,
It was great. You, so good. I loved it, man. What was there was something else that happened that I was just like, God damn. I love the Punk sign. When Punk's doing this, he's got his hoodie still on, and it says "Best in the World" with CM Punk logo at being a little bit. So the London crowd brought the fucking heat, man. It was great. Such a good show. It's such a good match. Like Samoa Joe looked like $1 million. Punk looked like $1 million.
Yeah.
did. They both did.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I like it. So good, man. I'm glad Punk's still our real world champion. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Got to be headed somewhere, right?
Yeah,
So.
pumped about it, man. But I mean, we go from that banger of an opener to the next banger of an opener. If you're telling me that the Elite and CM Punk aren't getting along, but they're all in Gorilla at the same time, so there's got to be some love here because it was the Golden Elite versus Juice Robinson, Jay White, and Takeshita. Oh my goodness, what a fucking match this was!
Was that the second match?
Yeah, it was the second match.
I wasn't sure if that was the second match.
Can't even breathe. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much.
What a match too! I cannot wait for next week to get Takeshita versus Omega 1-on-1.
I was shocked that they gave Takeshita the win here. It really was. I wasn't expecting it.
Push this guy to the moon. I love Takeshita. I
Oh, he's so good. And he
So-
went full blown English in the press in the scrum, and he's like, Kenny Omega, I'm gonna come and kill you. It was so fucking great, well hyped. I love it, man.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Kota Ibushi looked so much better than he did at Blood and Guts. Like I really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, so damn good.
Yeah.
Loved it, absolutely loved it. But it was crazy. What a great match. Good to see Hangman and Kenny teaming together again too. So there's a lot of good chemistry there.
I thought Hangman looked as good in this match as I've ever seen him look.
This is the best he's looked since his
Title run.
His lights out match with Archer. That was the first time I believed Hangman being a champion. Yeah. So I thought this was very up there, parallel with it.
I agree because
How the fuck do I remember that?
I fell off the Hangman bandwagon for a while, but today, if he's going to be like he was today, I'll be back on it.
Yeah, you fell off the peg.
I fell off the peg. You're right.
Well, that does stuff. It's all good. We're getting back.
There you go.
But the next match, fucking possibly my match of the night, man.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my fucking seat for FTR
Phenomenal
and
match.
the Young Bucks, man. Holy shit.
It was great.
FTR, hands down, the best tag team I think we've ever seen. The best tag team today.
Yeah.
But like this, they go out, they put on banger after banger after banger. They deserved the win today. I'm so glad whatever the reports or what happened with Cash did not change the outcome of this match. What a match. Like I honestly didn't know who was going to win watching it. Like it was so many close falls. What a match.
I was guaranteeing the Bucks were going to win too because of the shit that happened with Wheeler.
I feel like FTR has been getting their roses today a lot. I think we saw the two best tag teams in wrestling tonight.
100%.
I think the Young Bucks looked every bit as good as FTR did.
And Adam Cole and MJF looked so much better than all of them. No.
I think that the Young Bucks are the second best team in AEW.
Dude,
I don't even know
crowd.
if I that.
Did you guys catch the crowd when FTR was coming out?
No.
They were singing "Wheeler's Got a Gun."
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so
I gotta
good.
go back and check that out. That's
so good. And then it was Fear the Revolver was one of the signs in the crowd. Like it was.
Revolver sign.
I don't appreciate it. I love it.
You know how awesome the Young Bucks entrance was coming out.
Yeah.
In the
Oh my god.
Instead of another one bites of dust, it was we're gonna super kick you up or something like that.
Yeah. So good though. Like so fucking good. I loved.
I want to go back and read the lyrics because like they talked about FTR and shit in the song. I noticed.
Oh, wow. I'm
I
gonna go back and watch it again.
there were so many good spots in that match though. Like I loved when they were trying to do the hot tag with FTR and Matt super kicked Dash Hardwood off the apron, and like I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like it was so good. And then Wheeler trying to do the 450 off the top rope, trying to go into the Young Bucks' card, bring out some flippy shit.
Dude, he did it.
It was, yeah.
Cash.
Did you see how hard Cash hit Nick Jackson off the apron?
Yeah. Oh
my god.
Yeah.
that looked brutal.
Yeah.
There were so many hope spots though, and so many spots where I thought the Bucks were gonna win. They did such a great job. That is up there with every FTR tag match. So good, man.
I agree.
And I love the nods, as we all said earlier, the Brody and Jay Briscoe nods on FTR's class act, man. And like that was so good.
For the Young Bucks real quick.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
if the Young Bucks were wrestling all those like big matches that FTR's gotten, you don't think the Young Bucks would have put on as good of a match with the Briscoes?
No.
I disagree completely. They totally would.
Do you like choreographed like ballet wrestling? That's what the Young Bucks bring.
Tom, you got to go watch some Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're so out of line here, but
I'm not liking them in AEW, and that's the only version of them I've ever seen.
You liked them tonight, didn't you?
No, I thought FTR.
They were so good.
So you don't think this is one of the best tag team matches?
It was a great match, but FTR has a great match no matter who they fight.
Do you think this is one of the best tag matches of the year?
Yes. And I think this is one of the better.
It takes both sides to put that on. You can't have a one-sided match that makes a match of the year.
It was definitely one of the best Young Bucks Young Bucks matches I've seen.
You don't
I
think it
will
was one of the
say,
best FTR matches?
Oh my god, every match FTR does is one of the best FTR matches I've seen.
I will say this was one of the least goofier matches in Young Bucks' AEW time, but I
Yes.
think this was up there as this is definitely up there with one of the best tag matches ever.
I agree.
I think that if you go back and watch the Elite versus Death Triangle,
Yes.
that match is that's an amazing match.
I think Lucha
Goes
Brothers,
up there with anything FTR's done. Not saying that they're better than FTR. I'm saying that they're equals.
I do think the Lucha Brothers are better than Young Bucks.
I will say, being in house
Those are
for
good.
the All In after, or the All Out after COVID, and seeing the cage match between Bucks and that was my favorite tag match until tonight.
That was a great match.
That this outspoke so many this was such a good match.
Here's my thing. Every time FTR has a match, it's a banger. Where the Bucks, it's like they've had bangers, but in between they have other matches that are just eh.
So didn't you say that? Okay, did you say that you thought this was the best match of the night?
I think this was up there as one of the best matches.
Yeah, FTR can't do that one-sided. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I'm 100% with I love the Bucks. I love FTR. I match made in heaven. Fuck the Revival. This was great.
Yeah, I think it was great. I put the Bucks up there as FTR's equals. I really do.
I don't think.
Yeah. No, I thought it was so good. Glad FTR is still the champs. Was not expecting it. I was expecting it to go the other way, and goddamn did I love this match. I thought this was top. It was goosebumps, edge of my seat the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I'll say this, it's funny because as much as I can't stand the Bucks, I love Kenny Omega.
Well,
I think your hatred for the Bucks is clouding your judgment.
I agree with Reams on this one.
They're not great, but everything just seems so choreographed with them.
This is me and Freeman walking down the street. We're both
just stupid fucking pose. Grow up, do a real pose. You little
the best.
pussies.
That is a pose. That's how you do it. Hogan does this. What do you want? Macho Man. The Macho Man LJN is like this. He was a young buck before the Young Bucks were alive. But let's talk about the best things. We're going into Stadium Stampede. This is possibly my favorite fucking Stadium Stampede, and it felt more like an anarchy in the arena.
Yeah, I will say, I'll take it a step further. This is my favorite, I don't want to say, I guess, hardcore match AEW's ever put on.
It was so good. Stupid good, man. I had to cover the kids' eyes when the skewers were in Mox's head.
Yeah. I popped hard as soon as I saw the skewers, because I watched all of New Japan Climax.
Yeah.
And they did it there, and I knew it was coming. When I saw the skewers, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I saw the skewers. I sat there like this, watching it. No.
I was just hoping Eddie Kingston would have walked out with something on fire in a Funk You shirt when he did that return. That was the only thing I was missing. But we had the fucking Orange Cassidy, man. Can we talk about how on a different fucking level Orange Cassidy was tonight and is right now? This
first duct tape to pound his hand in the ass.
Good.
I've seen that before. That's insane.
I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting any of this. The clothes change from Penta to Penta Obscuro coming out and fucking doing the ladder. They broke the ladder. The ladder comes back magically. It comes fucking beautiful.
First of all, they didn't even have the right ladder if you looked at it.
They were fucking ready, man. That was a European ladder.
I don't think the ladder came back magically. I think they had old dude hold it.
You think? I thought it was like a replace.
If you go back and watch it, zoom out. What's his name? Alex
Abrahandas.
Yeah, he was holding the ladder for him after it broke.
Oh,
I think that was a new ladder. That first one just combusted into smoke.
It dented in on one side. You can actually see when he's holding it where it dented in.
Really?
Like the whole crazy collapse. Yeah.
That's
go back and watch it.
Man, what spot, and they still did it because it was an awesome spot.
It was. They did such a great job keeping that match all together. I loved the crowd shit. Yeah.
A match like that, and they paced it perfectly. It's
They
so
were
crazy.
Hard to fucking do on such a big card in such a big arena.
Also, they were in the Royal Press Box.
Yeah,
they fought in the Royal Press Box.
I also think this truly elevates Best Friends because of how good they looked in this match.
And they deserve it.
They've been chugging along since the pandemic hit, man, and they've like this was just as good as the parking lot brawl between
It's good to see
Santana and
some of
Ortiz and
those,
them.
AEW original people.
Yeah.
And, get their like best friends,
Yeah, Sue, fucking huge pop for Sue coming through with the van. Sue's cookies, Mox giving Sue a little smack in the face. So damn good, man.
Really sidetrack for 1 second. So on Wednesday on Dynamite, we're getting Penta versus Orange Cassidy, and whoever wins that faces Mox next week at All Out. I think Orange Cassidy is going to win the match on Wednesday, right? It's got to be.
I think so.
I hope he goes all the way.
He go over Mox next week with this amazing.
Why not? Fucking do it.
Yeah. Also
what's Mox got to lose?
Also heard Sue's fighting Ska Blue.
Ooh.
I would pop so hard for that, man. Yeah, it was done so well though. Like every little pop, like I texted in our group chat and I was like, Sue, and Free was like, that fucking popped the shit out of me, and I'm on a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, man.
I was on a 20-second delay and you said Sue. I'm like, I'm not even mad that I saw that spoiler. I got so excited for that.
And she was driving on the right side of the road.
Yeah, I love that they called that out too.
It was so good, man.
Were so slick on this one.
Yeah,
Ace called out that one that was so good whenever during the women's match, whenever he's like, what if it's to be distracting for Britt Baker to wrestle as a dentist here? Because everyone in the front row, I saw some rough teeth in the front row or something like that.
Oh, and there was a line that Excalibur had on Taz that friggin' cracked me up, and Taz didn't even respond. Dude, they gotta be laughing too hard.
They were so it was very well done. There was very little hiccups on this show.
No,
it's hard to do, especially when you're in a new territory, like going to a
territory, your biggest show ever, more in front of more fans than you've ever done.
Can we talk about the stage setup? How beautiful that was done, that there's people above the stage watching the show still, and it wasn't this giant foot. Like, you don't need a 70-foot ramp. You don't need, you like all this fucking bells and whistles.
I don't know if we have a hard stop time or not, but we are. We do.
No, we're still getting through. So we're finishing out the fucking car.
Here's my quick question though, and I forgot what it was now. Oh, what the hell was it? It was about the show, and it went out of my head.
Was it the stage?
Something about.
I loved the stage. Loved how the stage looked. Loved the tunnel. The tunnel was cool as fuck looking. Nice aesthetics.
And I love how you could see the images on the side, wherever videos were on the side. Just added to it. So,
turn that shit into the new fucking Dynamite.
I'll ask again, but I remember what we were talking about.
It was great. Well, I know what we're
announcers?
talking about. What was it about the announcers?
I don't know if that's what Tom's question was about.
And the steel reinforced announcers table, which is a new thing in wrestling.
I also noticed whenever in the coffin match, whenever they did that table spot, one of the announcers says that he slammed him through a British steel table.
Yeah.
It was like, that looks like wood, dude.
It was great.
Whoever Sting did that spot.
Yeah. What we're going into the women's match, man, which I think is one of the best women's matches with storytelling wise in AEW's history.
100%. Really cool Paige coming out, Saraya coming out with her family.
To Queen.
To Queen in Wembley.
Awesome.
Then you get
awesome.
With Soraya's mom and Tony Storm just added to the story in the match. Like I think it's good I think it's time to end the Outcast. I don't think they've worked. I think
they have to
experiment. Unfortunately, what it had potential, they just couldn't figure out the right way to make it go forward anymore. So
Tony Storm's character's gotten too weird.
Tony Storm's gotten weird. Paige seems like she's going to be a face again. It's all good.
Ruby seems
on
the outskirts.
After that.
Yeah.
Just like stormed out and left.
Yeah.
It was good though.
What's her name? Looked great. Britt looked great again. It's time to get Britt involved again and push her. Dude,
Sheeta got such a fucking pop. Like I was that's what one of my happiest moments from the night was the pop Sheeta got. They were cheering for her, they were chanting for her. I was like, God damn.
I'm not ready for Britt to be the champion again.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near ready for it.
She doesn't really need another title run, but they could use her in a way that makes her important still. And I feel like they haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. It was good though.
I forgot my question again.
Tom's losing trains of thoughts, man.
I really am. I just got to blurt it out so I don't forget it.
Was this the shortest match of the night?
It
I
had
felt
to
like
have
it was
been.
short.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like it was short.
Yeah.
But a
I mean,
lot happened.
everything was impactful. A
Yeah.
lot happened. But it
Yeah.
was short. It was action packed from the
Yeah,
spray.
Just amazing. You got the whole show and it didn't feel like there were any fillers. There was no like letdown matches to like get you to come back up. Like what a great job they did.
Nothing. Yeah, there was no down spots, man. But I'm a round of applause to the fucking women's division. They did
I know
such a
my
good job
question.
tonight.
What was the purpose of having Toni Storm lose the title to Sheeta if Saraya was going to pin her anyway in this match?
Elevated dramatics, and who doesn't want to see Sheeta with the belt more? Like,
Also, if you go, that's a good point. I guess to make it sound like I don't know, to make it look like they had a plan for Saraya to get it.
yeah.
Maybe. So.
But also cool that she didn't take the lose too. Like that was good. I'm glad that it went towards the Outcasts, kind of pinning each other.
Yeah,
getting all up in each other's
the
grill.
whole story there, which works.
Yeah, and that's maybe that's the point of it, to elevate the drama between the Outcasts and not make it so obvious.
Maybe that makes
So
sense.
that because it was not obvious for me.
If Toni Storm is the champion, it's hard to make Toni Storm be the heel in the match by not winning.
Yeah. And I think if her being a champion, it would have taken away from the dramatics that happened during the match.
Yeah.
Like the pin spot where they're both trying to pin at the same time. And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, no, it's you do it. And then they both lay down and go like, what the fuck? Like there was so much good shit there. And I loved
title for the title. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You just
I think the dramatics was the highlight of the match for me.
Definitely, like you said, just like that moment you just had with them saying, "What do you do?" Like, it's not as meaningful if Toni Storm has the title.
Yeah, they both want to they want that fucking belt, man. Yeah. It worked.
What's next?
But oh my god, what is next? The coolest fucking entrance I think in the last like 20 years of pro wrestling. We got It's Not Time, It's Showtime. And we fucking Seek and Destroy by Metallica hits Sting's last WCW entrance theme song. Fucking God. I had goosebumps. I was so happy for Sting, so happy for Darby. Cool ass entrance. Christian Cage. This might have been my favorite Christian Cage like performance in AEW. This was so fucking fun, man.
He had that banger match a couple of weeks ago on Collision too. The guy's on a high right now.
Yeah. Holy shit, though.
I hope he stays on the high whenever Ed shows up.
Yeah, right. But this I felt like was redemption for WrestleMania for Sting.
Yeah.
100%. Like Tony Khan said, fuck you guys. We're going old school. Here's Seek and Destroy. You know, get out there, go showboat. Sting kicked all the ass tonight, man. This was came out the
cricket bat.
The cricket bat. Nice little details there.
Just bravo to how they've just protected Sting, that he looks so good in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see him do anything he can't do, so he doesn't look bad. And here's the thing, though. He every match is a tag team match, but a lot of these matches are tornado matches. So why hasn't he had a singles match? Because if he could do a tornado match, he could do a singles match.
I think it's ultimately just overprotecting Sting's gimmick.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm here for that. Don't fuck it up, you know.
Because like if in a singles match, the camera and all the action is all on him.
Yeah.
Right. So they could take it off him if he needs a breath.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But goddamn, kudos to Darby with the hands being taped up.
How old is he? It's amazing how he looks so
66 years old, turned 67 at the end of the fucking year, man. It's insane.
He does not look like a 67-year-old out there. He really does.
I love that the table didn't break, and he was like, "Fuck that, I'm going back." Like Darby's like, "You want me to do it?" He's like, "No, I got this," and he just goes and fucking does, like, my god. But Seek and Destroy Metallica, beautiful touch. That was. This is what it feels like to be a WrestleMania Sting. Fuck you guys. That was redemption for Sting, baby. I loved every bit of it. I love the
spot wherever they're like, you think Sting's about to get closed in the casket, and then the little baseball bat pops out.
Oh, so good. So good, man. And that was another thing. Like that's probably one of the best coffin matches we've seen forever.
Dude, probably the best. Honestly,
it
was different. The coffin being moved around like that and being used, and no, it was amazing. 100%. I think it was the best coffin match.
So good, man.
Darby, Darby. Like I don't
coffin
know if
drop on the coffin.
is underrated, but he's so good, Darby. Like I just don't
Amazing.
think he gets enough credit for how good he is in that ring, and like he's even great on the mic. There's nothing Darby can't do. Like this guy, honestly, if this guy never gets the AEW World Title, it's a shame. He deserves it. He
Dude,
definitely.
the whiplash from that coffin drop on the coffin when it fucking Swerve moved.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man! And kudos, the Swerve entrance was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved hearing the 80,000. Whose house Swerve's house?
We had Jay Who Kid there too. He's
Yeah, and
a fan at any point. He's like the mixtape guy.
Yeah.
and
Good friend of Sam Roberts as well.
the one thing we didn't talk about was the Jack the Ripper vibe that Sting was giving off in that promo. Like, I bruv, you ready to roll? Like, it was
I love
so
the,
fucking
the
good, man.
I like how he outlined his face paint with the black too, like the
Yeah.
edges. Nice touch.
The drips too coming down a
Yeah.
little bit on the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very, very fun, awesome match, dude. I can't say enough about it. Like,
I know we're not talking about the other shows, but can we
fuck the other shows.
real quick though? I just want to mention Brian Cage doing this Sting attire.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I just want to bring that. That was awesome. But,
I do
know,
like Brian Cage.
When I was watching Collision last night, I'll say this really quick. We're not going to talk about it too much, but I'm like, how great has everybody looked on Collision? And I'm like, oh, and then there's Brian Cage.
Yeah.
it was cool seeing him do the Sting stuff though.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, the guy, I don't know what they could do for this guy to help. Like, I don't think the guy's bad. He's definitely not bad. I just feel like they could be used better still. I think he needs.
He's
to
not
be,
booked right.
Exactly. I think he needs to be leaving all those guys he's with and go on a singles run
I
again.
think he needs to go to WWE.
I think he needs to go to WWE.
I don't think there's a place for monsters in AEW.
Yeah, I think you're right. Fit in WWE even
Yeah.
better than he does.
Trade us Edge for Jack Perry and Brian Cage. Go have fun. We'll take
Edge
it.
I don't think there's a trade needed for Edge.
I think he's
Oh.
coming.
Yeah, I'd bet money on it that Edge is going to be in AEW by the end of the year.
We can finally get Edge and Hardy's one more time.
I would love to see Edge come out like next week and be like, just fucking chastise Christian for not really being the champion but walking out with the belt. I think that'd be a great storyline to do.
His name's Cliff.
Is that the next match, Jericho and Omega?
Goddamn right it is. Let's talk about another fucking banger.
53?
Up there.
Where does a
54-year-old
man have the right of putting on that kind of a match? Holy shit. There's a reason why we call Chris Jericho the GOAT, and it's because at 53, he's as good as he ever freaking was.
He's
amazing.
Yeah. No, but you know what the coolest thing for me was, we've been watching AEW since its inception, right? Which is not, you can't say that a lot about a lot of companies, but seeing those pandemic shows where Jericho's coming out and it's the wrestlers in the crowd singing Judas, to watching Jericho walk down that fucking ramp singing it himself with 80,000 people screaming it. I've never been more proud to be on a journey with a wrestling company than I have tonight, man. This is such a fuck. I don't even like Judas that much, but how awesome that was.
I will say this. You know what I thought about whenever he was doing that? Will Ospreay in that face-off being like, you just want to wrestle at Wembley, so you could say Fozzy played at Wembley Stadium.
I still felt that too, but it was great.
There's something special when you go to an AEW show and the whole audience is singing Judas. It's just like a friggin' fun moment. Like what
did they start playing first? They were playing a Queen song before they played Judas.
Oh, I forgot.
Fat Bottom Girls. No, I'm kidding.
They should have. I would have popped my ass off for that.
I'll figure it out while we're talking about it. But yeah, it was,
man,
the match was great.
Yeah,
I know we're like cheering on Jericho right now, but Ospreay, that dude can wrestle
anybody.
He's gonna end up being one of the best people in AEW.
100%.
It was. He was.
6 months.
Yeah.
And they're teasing us he's going to be a free agent soon. Tony Khan better sign that guy.
Dude, I love him not being part of the company, though, because of the attitude he brings when he's like, I'm not even fucking supposed to be here. I'm here doing shit. Like, you love that.
It makes you feel more special when he appears, but still, I'd rather have time.
Ospreay?
Yeah.
He's a baby.
He's 30.
He's a baby.
Only 30, and, like, wrestles with the best of them, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be watching AEW 8 years from now, watching people like Ospreay and Yuta. Like,
man, that's a very good point.
Throw Takeshita in there. You got Daniel Garcia. So like so many young guys in this company that you just see like, oh, what's going to happen when these guys retire? Oh, there's all these young guys that could continue wrestling.
Dude, that finish. Ospreay hitting the Stormbreaker twice on Jericho. I didn't even know Jericho could spin like that unless he was drinking at the bar. Like, I was like, holy shit, man. But what a fucking match. And the least thing I expect was Jericho giving Guevara shit at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, get away from I don't want to deal with you. Get away from me. I'm not doing that. Like, I was thoroughly shocked that there wasn't like more that they didn't walk out fun, but it was wild, man. Such a good match. Ospreay was on fucking fire.
What else?
But, I was waiting. I was going to talk Jericho until we found out what Queen song it was, but we can continue on if you want. But there's so many good spots in there. I mean, you had Guevara hitting Ospreay with the bat and like fucking him up a little bit, and Great Walls of Jericho, like just a solid ass match, man. And I can't believe how good it was. Like just so good. I was thoroughly impressed. That belly to back on the apron that Jericho gave to Ospreay, and Ospreay flew like it was Brody King throwing fucking Darby across the room. God damn, so good. But we can move on. I can't even I just running out of thought here. But the Trios Championship match, the House of Black coming out in all white felt like a big moment. Like it was a change of tide, right? And then they had the lantern for Bray, beautiful tribute. The Fireflies in their entrance, loved it. I love that Buddy Matthews was the guy holding the lantern, the last to leave. Then the Acclaimed, man, coming out fucking badass Billy, not just daddy ass. He was badass Billy Gunn tonight, man. That was
because during this match, this is when I got my rush of customers.
Ugh.
I missed the entire match, but I've already gone back and rewatched it because,
yeah.
as you guys know, not only am I a huge House of Black mark, I like the Acclaim almost equally as much. Like this is my that's like a perfect match for me. It's like my two favorite groups wrestling each other. Also, after Julia Hart, man, I'm in love.
I met her friends.
Anthony Bowen's sister, Julia Hart. It was interesting.
What
I have her hair tie in my daughter's room.
She's a sweetheart.
Dude, she is an absolute sweetheart. But what a match. What a change of tides. Not surprised that House of Black lost, but it's so happy for the Acclaim at the same. Like it was.
I have mixed feelings. Like
yeah.
I wanted to see. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't hate it. I wanted the House of Black to win. However, I think they get it back from them eventually. I don't think it'll be that long. I think it's a good way to give Billy Gunn flowers now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that, but I don't hate it. I like to see where this goes.
I think they'll go a while before they get it back, but I hope next time they get it back, they hold it even longer. Even though they held it for like what, 180 days or something?
Was it that long they held it for?
Sure. Yeah,
they've
had it since March.
Hey, listen, the other thing I like about it is the fact that it frees up these guys to go on and do like maybe singles feuds, like Malachi, some good single matches, and maybe against Punk, maybe against.
I would love it. Yeah.
That these guys could work with. Brody could work with. Buddy Matthews is amazing. Like this House of Black, those three guys are amazing in the ring. All three of them on different ways too. They're not even all the same. You know, I can't wait to see what the future holds for these guys.
It's crazy how much they're living it too. They all three have House of Black tattoos.
Yeah.
And other people like with it because I know a few people within their friend group. Yeah. Some of their friends within their friend group have the House of Black tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's such a great teaming though. So like you can't pair three fucking better dudes together that flow so well, and they the chemistry so there. It was such a good match, man. Everything. Speaking of which, loved it.
Got the little tribute, but did you see online all these wrestlers who went out and got the Firefly Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, that was really cool, man. After SmackDown too, like that was really nice. And
a bunch of them. That's cool.
It's cool, man. But I loved. Yeah, you can't say enough. There was so much beauty going on in the world
When
of
you hear
wrestling.
so many people say what they've said about Bray or Wyndham, like
Yeah.
it's true. Like you could just tell what a guy he was. So,
Dude, yeah, so good. And I loved Renee on the pre-show. She read out like that tweet where he's like, "You don't know what pro wrestling is. Pro wrestling's not this." That's how they open the show.
Oh wow! I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
and, like Big Show is fucking crying. I still call him. He's always going to be Big Show, for God's sake. But
And one day Renee called him Big Show on a pre-show, and she's like, "Oops, I knew I was going to do that."
he was like, yeah. But
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like, just such a good fucking job.
Can I just say, like, having Renee in AEW makes AEW better too. Having that backstage person and the pre-show person that's so good at it and so familiar, like, just gives it that feeling of like, this is. I love Renee. She's so good.
And huge shout out to Kip Saban on the pre-show, man. He was phenomenal.
I thought he was amazing on a pre-show.
Yeah.
Dude, I agree with you. Great call. I forgot about that. I was like, this guy's got it. Like, he was so good on that. Oh.
This is the best thing I've seen Kip Saban do in AEW.
In front of the hotel signing for those little maggots last year.
That dude can wrestle too. That's what sucks about that.
It does, but it's the same thing with Nigel McGuinness, man. Maybe a different time, different place. Hopefully, we'll see some more.
You know what? It shows that the guy means enough to them that they found something to use him for, and the guy's still young. He's got a future. I don't think that it's like when you become the host. They've used guys in their prime as hosts. I don't think it's a knock to him. I think it was a nice thing to have him there. I think it means like, hey, listen, you're an important part of this company. We want you to come and host this here with us. So I thought it was nice.
Speaking of WrestleMania, you know how cool it was to see Samoa Joe not in a poncho in front of a big ass crowd like that. Beautiful, so beautiful. He killed it, man.
Yeah.
But guys, we got to talk about the biggest fucking main event in entire pro. This was bigger than Hogan and Andre. This was the biggest main event of all time.
Bigger than Hogan and Andre. Bigger than Rock.
Bigger than Rock and Austin. Bigger than Rock and Cena.
Yeah.
Bigger than the Miz and R-Truth versus the Rock and Cena. This
I have a question,
numbers, man.
What is this? Was this the biggest main event in AEW history?
Yeah, I mean, statistically,
numbers, yes. Numbers wise.
Statistically, yes, but is it the most important main event at a pay-per-view that we've seen?
I thought it was huge.
We'll see where it leads.
It's just it's just like all things wrestling. Brings up a fun debate question.
Go be Jack Perry and fuck around and find out. Okay. But I mean, Adam Cole comes out huge. The boom was there was never a bigger boom in Adam Cole's career.
Holy crap, that boom was loud. I was like,
it was beautiful, but nobody makes a better entrance than the devil himself.
Oh,
MJF. I thought that was so well done. Oh, so good.
Did you guys happen to catch them plow that girl sitting in front of the steps when MJF's thing hit it?
No, that was after the show. Oh, you meant during his entrance.
During his entrance. Yeah.
No, you meant like his celebratory thing. No, I did see that.
Yeah, she got hit. She flew.
Shit happens, man. That was actually MJF acting like CM Punk, and she was being Jack Perry.
No, it was actually his ex-fiance. So
but so good. Loved the pageantry from MJF. Couldn't get his coat off a little bit. It was that was fun.
I missed the entrances.
The announcer said his entrance here had him in a wrist lock because the referee had to come rip it off. Man, I'll tell you, it's nothing this guy can't do. Whatever MJF does, he brings you for a ride. Emotionally, he knows how to pull at your heartstrings, whether he's a heel and he's acting like he wants the sympathy with the stories he told, or even in this match, like at the end of the match today, when he's like, was it all about the belt for you? And he turns his back. He's so good, this guy, at everything he does.
He gets you wanting to hate him to the biggest point ever, and then you feel so sorry for him. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was so mad at him, Cole. I loved the double clothesline spot in this, where they both looked at each other, called it, miss.
Sounds pretty young buckish to me.
It was good. Yeah, right? It was good point, Freems. But the finish, Max, I want 5 more minutes. No, we're not getting 5 minutes. We're getting a fucking winner in Wembley. Oh my god, the energy was so goddamn good, man.
Another thing that I enjoyed was like anytime like MJF had a chance to do something dirty. Like the pile driver on the table, stuff like that. Adam Cole
so good.
almost took the ring.
puts it away. Like MJF was definitely the better friend here. Like I didn't know how
sure.
genuine he was being, but seeing this today, it's like, dude, this guy's genuine. Like
I think in reality, what they were doing is, I think that we got the finish that the least amount of people expected. I think everyone was expecting a heel turn from at least one of the two, and they kind of teased that it would be Adam Cole the entire match, which made me think that it was probably going to be MJF at the end, and it ended up being neither.
I kind of thought it was going to be the way it happened because I think they're not done with this run because of what they saw when those two jumped to Collision that one week and had the tag team match, how the ratings popped Collision big time.
Yeah.
I think that they can't mess with this right now.
I absolutely loved the spot at the end where Adam Cole's like, "It's okay, dude. It's okay, buddy. Like, we still got these." And he hands the titles to him, and Adam Cole fucking whips them. And it was like, man, like that was set up that beautiful spot. Like, just fucking do it, dude. Just fucking do it. He's like,
all you care about? Take the fucking thing. He throws the belt at him. He's like, actually,
I just, and I don't want the story to end soon with them, but I'm so curious to how it eventually does. So, but
it's gonna be fucking hot, is what it's gonna be,
dude. But when they eventually, when the Better Than You Baby explodes, it's gonna be. They have those shirts now. Better Than You Baby explodes, like the Mega Powers explode,
dude. And I love that they wore the shirts the whole match. And then Adam Cole was the first one to take it off. I'm like, fuck you.
Took it off MJF.
Took it off MJF.
Yeah.
Take his own off later. Like that was an awesome touch too. Like
so there was so many. This was like the best fucking storytelling roller coaster that you possibly have in a wrestling match. Like there was not a shit point on this whole entire card, and that includes the women's match. I was thoroughly shocked how well the flow went, especially having 3 big openers.
Yeah,
back to back. I'm so happy to save the Sting and Darby and the House of Black until it was dark out.
Yeah,
like that was something WWE would have ignored. You know, like fucking throw them out there while it's daytime. It's the best, but so beautifully done. Everything. This is a god tier fucking pay-per-view, and we still have All Out to go through next week.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing I hate going forward is that they're going to have a pay-per-view back-to-back weeks every year unless something happens.
Tony read your tweet. He told you to go fuck yourself. He's like, no, we're still doing it next year, man. He's like,
it's less like that it's back-to-back weekends, but it is cool that it's going to be tradition, which I like.
I love that it's tradition. I wish their pay-per-views were spread out a little more. It seems like they're all going to be in a summer.
Well,
you know,
they're doing like 10 months out of the year now, right?
Yeah. What was the March's Revolution, May's Double or Nothing, June's Forbidden Door. Then we have All In, which is August, so we got all of July off. We got All Out in September.
August, September, October, November.
What's it called? Wrestle Dream, whatever it's
Wrestle
called.
Dream, yeah.
We got 3 in fall. We got 2 in spring, 2 in summer, 3 in fall.
That's good. That's not too bad.
Spread them out or put them on Max so we don't have to pay that much for them.
I'm okay with buying.
I was okay with buying like 4 or 5. It's going to be like back-to-back weeks. That gets a little. Of course,
it's a little pricey, but the $120 for 2 weeks of beautiful wrestling, I'm not going to complain about that.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So I spread it out.
After watching tonight's All In, it not only exceeded the original All In, and it blew the fuck out of all of my expectations.
It did.
Really did.
It literally felt like their biggest show. It felt friggin' special, and I was there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing AEW's banner inside of a stadium like that, especially after going to WrestleMania this year. Like being in that kind of atmosphere, seeing like you're so prone to seeing WWE in the big buildings, but seeing AEW do it and crush it, I've never been more proud to be a fucking lifer. Like a fan from the beginning, man. It's insanity.
It was cool seeing the post-media scrum, too. Whenever MJF was like, I want to wrestle at the Aztec Stadium.
Yeah. Mexicans love me. I love Mexicans. I love Mexican food. He was doing his Trump mannerisms today, too, which is really good. I love it. It was super good. The media scrum was fantastic, man. I really, really enjoyed it. No drama, no nothing. It was just good shit.
Well, that's what happens when you leave CM Punk.
Yeah. I was expecting an opening with a scone. Like, I'm fucking old. I'm tired of working with Jack Perry, and I don't use real glass.
What's
so
actually
good.
in the UK, it's actually illegal for them to use real glass. By the way, I learned.
Oh,
No
really?
shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was hearing some people talk about that. Whenever I actually heard about it during the Orange Cassidy spot with the duct tape glass thing.
Yeah.
That's sugar glass, ain't it? And like, yeah, they legally have to use sugar glass in the UK.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
Glass, yeah.
So CM Punk actually had a pretty legitimate gripe. Be like, you're gonna get us in fucking trouble. Like, what if they want to shut the whole thing down? Like,
I don't think. I mean, everybody likes to color CM Punk as the bad guy, and he really isn't always the bad guy.
I thought he was in the right here. Yeah.
See, to me, when I view stuff, I'm like, it sounds like he's the adult amongst children.
Yes,
Yep.
I agree.
That's the vibe I get. Like,
Children that can't fucking
And
run a
let me put-
goddamn
I'm not
target.
I love CM Punk. I'm not saying the guy's not an asshole, because he is. Obviously, we all know he's an asshole, but sometimes he's not being an asshole when he's trying to help, and people need to learn that. Like, you know, I think
asshole.
I can't expect him just to take shit from people.
right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. Listen, if
No,
boy, like, we don't know. We're only going by alleged reports.
for sure.
We don't know what really happened in the back, so I don't want to comment too much.
I
more.
bet
don't care
there
if
was
Jack
some kind
Perry
of a
leads the
scuffle.
company, though.
It is.
Who was it? I think it was Joel Gardner. You know, the well from fucking ECW, guy that come out with the neck brace and the bow tie. He was like, if there's ever a time for WWE to capitalize on an AEW moment, it would be to get Jack Perry in their company. And I agree with it.
Really?
I think it would be. I listen. I think it would be a good aesthetic for him. I think that's still. From, if we are believing any of the reports, he got kicked the fuck out of the arena. Punk
Yeah.
was still there, fucking playing with Larry and tying his shoes. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So
We're going by reports. We alleged reports.
yes,
No,
allegedly.
I know what happened. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Allegedly. As
Oh,
MJF said, allegedly it was CM Punk. It was a bad guy. Okay, it was great.
Fun show. What do we know for the card for next week? Let's go over it real quick.
Orange Cassidy, Penta.
Or Mox. Like, I don't even
Sorry,
know.
no. Well, it's Orange Cassidy versus. Oh, you're talking about for All Out.
Yeah, for All Out. What do we know for All Out next week?
Ruby versus Statlander for the TBS. We got determined opponent versus Mox, which I hope is Orange Cassidy. I hope Orange Cassidy beats the fuck out of Mox because I'd be here for it.
Oh, I love Mox, but I would love to see that happen.
I'm a juicer, man. I'm an Orange Cassidy fan.
You're a
I love it. Probably a better term there somewhere. But I like it.
I think we'll go with that. I'm a juicer.
We got Omega versus Takeshita, which is gonna slap so hard.
Can't wait for that.
I think that's all they have announced, right?
And we're forgetting Luchasaurus versus Darby.
We're not
for
forgetting it.
the-
No, it's I'm here for it. It's gonna be good.
Fully expect Darby wins. So
Yeah.
Tony Khan also mentioned that Saraya might wrestle depending on how she feels after having.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure we'll
Blood
see
Orange.
her fighting Tony Storm next week. Maybe, perhaps that'll be the match.
I can see it
Speculate-
happening.
Other than MJF versus CM Punk, I don't know where there's enough story to have another main
Nah,
event.
I don't want.
I mean, they have a lot of
I think
history.
the next feud for MJF, they're gonna be fighting with the Kingdom with those RH tag titles. I really think
Wait,
so.
so what do you book for the main event then next week at All Out? It's got to be Punk.
Takeshita and Kenny Omega.
It can't be that. You got to have
Okay.
a title match, right?
You don't have to.
I think it's
I
going to
mean,
be
you don't have
versus
to.
MJF.
It's they don't have
And
to have
Punk's
title matches.
got to have a huge role though, because it's Chicago.
I'll go 100%.
United
Yeah,
Center.
I could see Punk doing something maybe for the main event for his title, but
Jack Perry.
I just think that they're definitely going to do the Kingdom versus MJF and Cole next because with Roderick Strong involved in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Because
I know Roddy's not done, man.
Yeah, they can't hang on the. I think I could even see MJF and Adam Cole losing those titles because of Roderick Strong doing something
Yeah,
there.
we were supposed to be friends.
I'm your best friend.
It's interesting to see. I can't wait to see what they.
You know what I would love to come out of that?
What?
A Roderick Strong versus MJF match.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Fucking a good bro. Like, you fucked my best friend over. No, you fucked my best friend over.
It an Adam Cole on a pole match. Whoever wins.
Yeah. No polls, please. But man, overall, everybody, I think we're all in
Ooh,
agreement. This is
maybe
possibly
we'll
one of
get maybe we'll get Cash Wheeler versus the state of Florida.
the. I'm pretty sure Tony's Pockets won that one.
Seems like it, huh?
I'm honest to God. I think somebody was just like, "Oh, that's that wrestler. Let's fucking rob him," and that's where that went. And it was just like,
Wheeler got
There's a
a
lot-
gun.
There's a lot
So
more to
good.
the story. The fact that they never stopped pushing this match, the fact that they went over in this match, it's nothing.
yeah.
It's literally nothing.
And you know what Tony Khan's favorite word is? Investigation and the event.
know
I
what
think
I would-
I think it's good.
You know a match I would love to see? And they couldn't do it next weekend. It needs to have a story build to it. I want a rematch of the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks.
Oh, I would love it. We're not
Oh
there
my
yet.
God. That was a 5-star match the last time
Yeah.
they did it. So
You know, the other thing they
Yeah.
could do next week, but I don't know if Ricky Starks versus CM Punk for the.
that
Nope.
could be. I could see that if they. I wouldn't be the
I wouldn't be
best thing
mad.
ever, but I wouldn't be mad about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
agree
did a
with
good job.
I'm just trying to figure out what else they could do for main
Dude,
event.
here's the hardest thing on AEW's card right now. How the fuck do you come out of All In and go to All Out with barely
you
any
have-
build?
Follow up another pay per view after coming off this hugely successful, amazing pay per view. You got to follow it up in a week. I'll
It
say
does seem
this: the
difficult.
matches we have announced already are pretty damn good too. So, we forgot
Yeah.
Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Miro
So-
versus
Oh, yeah.
Hobbs.
Yeah, so we have
That's
5
big.
matches already that we know.
It's real
No.
wrestling, Crimey River.
Damn, I don't know. It is rough to do that.
And we know I
Yeah.
love it. It's next Sunday night, so we get to watch it on a Sunday.
It's gonna be wild, man. Absolutely wild. Oh, and Wrestle Dream is on a Saturday. As Tony liked to say, because the Jaguars are playing that Sunday. So
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's going to be Tony Khan's never going to have a pay per view on a Sunday during football season.
It's probably
Yeah.
why they don't have pay-per-views during football season really either.
which makes sense. And I'm
Now
okay
they
with it.
pay them, so
Oh, well, all I have to say, this was the perfect way to build us up after the hardest fucking week of pro wrestling news I think that we've gone through in a long ass time. And very well done. Very, very well done. Like, I've never been happier to be a pro wrestling fan after I've never been more depressed to be a pro wrestling fan. And I do want to take a moment to talk about that fucking abomination of a Terry Funk hardcore match that was on SmackDown. That my Jim Cornette thing was very true. They don't even know what a Terry Funk match looks like. If that's what they think a Terry Funk fucking hardcore match looks like. One table spot, not one trash can, not one fucking nothing. Fuck, that was an embarrassment. And you know what?
this tribute was beautiful.
This is the first time I've ever seen Cody come out and cut a promo, and I was going, fuck him. I could not stand corporate Cody, because that's what he is now. He's corporate Cody. He is the that might as well have been anybody else. That could have been Triple H that came out there and said the same fucking words. It was meaningless.
I love
Yeah.
it. Everybody did a good job telling the story of Terry Funk in the airport. When
So,
he,
like,
LA Knight did a better job.
I feel like
LA
it was
Yeah.
halfway good. The parts that were good were really good,
Yeah.
but the whole thing wasn't good, right?
That tag match was garbage.
Yeah, I wonder how much hardcore they can do before the TV rating goes to T for teen.
I mean,
Just-
as long as there's no blood, they've done some
Here's the
goofy
thing.
shit.
there was no reason to have a Terry Funk hardcore match. Like, first of all, like you said, it
Besides
wasn't-
Terry Funk.
no, but like you don't do it in tribute. to him. It's not going to be a real hardcore match. It was just unnecessary. You made yourselves look like more of a fool. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
That was
But I do give them kudos for putting both of them up on the biggest Tron, and it was
Yeah.
very beautiful, very well done. But still, that
ask
killed the whole vibe for me.
Let me ask you a question. If Vince is still in charge and it's not Triple H, I don't think Terry Funk is being as featured as much as he was.
No, because Vince McMahon sucks eggs. That motherfucker Terry Funk would
So
piss all.
Triple H has more of the respect for wrestling history and wanting to do what's deserved to those.
What?
Yeah, Vince
Me and
McMahon
G-
thinks that he is wrestling history.
Yeah.
And
Me
he's
and Stoney were talking
halfway,
about
he's
it.
like a quarter right, but like not really.
No, he's goofy.
He's not
He-
he's part of wrestling history, but he doesn't control all of wrestling history. He's not all wrestling history, despite what he thinks.
And
Um,
yeah, like
yeah.
his name wouldn't be elevated without those names either. So
That is so
No.
true.
Me and Stoney were talking about it. They could have filmed Vince pissing on Terry Funk's grave, and it probably would have been a more fitting tribute because Terry Funk would have been like, "Hell yeah, I love that."
You just hit the nail on the head with that one. That's
like they should have disrespected him more. Like Cody Rhodes should have came out and been like, "That son of a bitch used to like be the biggest rival of my day." Like that's what it should have been. You know, like, and then they do like don't bring Butch out for a Terry Funk hardcore tag match. Get the fuck out. No dumpsters. No, they could have did a dumpster spot.
Yeah,
they could have did something
on that. Where, like you said, even one of those tin garbage cans.
Something.
Like,
the only thing, man, seeing Zelina Vega like just bawling, that
fucked me up,
man.
Yeah. Awesome.
It was.
And other than that stupid hardcore match, it was a decent episode. My biggest, I missed, like, I love when the Owen tribute show and the Eddie tribute show, how they had the wrestlers telling stories. I wish they would have had some of that in there.
Remember
I think they
Benoit
learned
tribute
that
show?
that's
Hard to
fucking
find,
hard.
but there is one.
Well, Mike?
Oh, I said that's probably fucking like they probably learned from the Owen Hart tribute, the Eddie tribute, like how fucking hard that was for the talent.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's messy, man.
Watching them all cry through their stories, it was tear jerking as a kid watching that shit. So.
Yeah.
I remember Rey Mysterio at the Eddie tribute show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember Rey Mysterio at the Benoit tribute show.
Eddie fought Sean. I mean, Ray fought Sean for the only time at the Eddie tribute show. I think that's the only time those two ever wrestled.
The Benoit tribute show is like the best one, though.
It's hard to find.
Well, that was just
on the network or anything.
I was just showing highlights of his matches. They didn't do all the things of people talking.
They had some people talking because Eddie fucking had
Eddie
hard ass promo, man.
Yeah, I thought Eddie.
Or no, it wasn't Eddie. No, it was Ray. I think Ray. Somebody had a fucking super one. I love Lamb too. Pro Wrestling Podcast. Jericho was good.
I can't remember.
I love Lamb.
I was young.
Where'd you get the grenade? I don't know.
I remember the Owen one and just crying through the whole thing. I remember the same thing with the Eddie one.
Yeah. A lot of people think that Eddie's death, because I remember Chris Benoit at Eddie's thing, and a lot of people say like some of like Benoit's deep depression came from Eddie dying.
I can see that for sure.
100%. Yeah,
fucks you up in the head big time, dude. Like,
if you read Chris Jericho's first book, you see how good of friends Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit were.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, in loving memory of all of our deceased wrestlers, go on Stadium Stampede and throw Owen Hart off the top of the fucking arena. It's
you.
Oh my
only
god!
fitting.
Oh shit! This trick connected me with what you said. Oh shit!
Go get that Irish whip ability.
Oh man!
It's so hard not to. How would you not want to?
You need to go make a TikTok now.
Right? Oh God, it's damn near broken.
He still can't fly. Damn.
Oh, you can make them.
Do either one of you guys have the Blue Blazer action figure?
I do. Yeah, I got a bunch. I got one in the box, and I got one out of the box.
It was a good ending to SmackDown. It was a good ending.
That was nice. I was expecting like a gust of wind to shut the lantern off.
Yeah, I thought
that
the
would
same
have been cool.
thing.
I named. I have two of my fantasy football drafts. One of them was yesterday. I have another one next week. One next week, I named my team the Buzzards.
Oh, nice.
Name.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? My fantasy baseball team is the Dog-Faced Gremlins.
Nice.
I have. Do they yell slurs at people of not their liking either?
My first team is Philly Whiz.
I like that. That's cool.
All right. Mr. Mike?
We can wrap up the wrap up, guys. Thanks for tuning in. What a fucking pay-per-view. What a great just.
Oh, next week.
Yes.
We're supposed to be on at 10, but All Out's going to be on, so we'll go live after All Out's over.
Yes, and I probably will not be here next week because I will be at All Out.
Reem, do you want to do that? When it's over, we'll go on live?
Yeah, we'll go live as soon as it's over. I think it's a good idea.
I like
it. Perfect.
And guess what? You don't got to talk about the week before either. You could go right into the fucking results of that. How great is that?
If you want to hear recaps of Collision and Dynamite, tune into the flagship show on Thursday morning.
Yes, I like this. Maybe we can make the wrap up like a pay-per-view thing. I really enjoy that. This is fun. This has been the most fun I've had on the wrap up in forever, man.
I like what you're thinking.
I'm not against it. I ain't against it, brother. I'm thinking what you think. I think you're thinking.
We say that we'll be pretty bored during the months that they don't have.
That's true. But we have so many pay-per-views now.
Yeah. But there'll be like 3 months of us, 3 or 4 months of us not streaming.
The wrap up is fun now because we kind of just conversate. We don't go through everything. We do the news for the week. So
I think part of the reason it was so fun, this is the first time it's been all 3 of us.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? Well, Mike won't be here next week, but the following week, we'll all be here.
Yeah. Absolutely. We'll be able to talk about the fallout from All Out. Get that shit right there, baby. I love it. But yeah, make sure you're following the Turnbuckle Tavern everywhere the Turnbuckle Tavern is.
If we're lucky, maybe Mike does a running on our wrap up next week.
I will sure as hell try if I can. Trust me. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great week.
It's not just sending some exclusives that we can talk about.
Yes. I will tell you if Jack Perry
don't,
backstage.
Don't cross CM Punk while you're there, by the way, Mike.
Oh no, we're cool. We'll go get we'll go to Mindy's together. It's gonna be a good time.
It sucks.
Mindy's for him.
It's so bittersweet to be there, man.
I know. It would have been fun too. I haven't had a Freems is like the only person out of Freems. Yeah, Freems is like one of the only people in the tavern I haven't met yet.
Listen, I'm a sad because 2 years in a row I've been out in Chicago this time of the year and I didn't make it this year, so my streak is over.
I can't. People chat. I have kidney stones, so I can't go.
There you go. It sucks, man. But your health is way more important than fucking hanging out for a pay per view. And we here at the tavern wish the best for Freems, man.
Yes. And for me, stay prayers to my
and for you.
Scopy.
Yeah,
I'm very, very nervous about having a
uteroscopy.
Tom's getting lame brain.
You know what that is, Tom? I'll tell you after.
I know what it is, and I don't want to talk about it.
That's what I have to have. That's what I'm having done for my surgery.
Next week in the Stadium Stampede, we're gonna get a colonoscopy and an endoscope.
I get recreational colonoscopies.
TMI. TMI.
It's recreational for a dream.
I meant prostate exams. Shit.
Prostate.
Same difference.
Love it. But guys, again, make sure you're following the Turnbuckle Tavern everywhere you go to. I'm going to do it one more time. theturnbuckletavern.com for all the fun. You see all those cool little logos, even the outdated Twitter bird. But go follow us everywhere and anywhere possible. Just head over to that cute little link right there and we can become best friends. Join the Discord. Join us everywhere. We had a blast today watching the pay-per-view together. So make sure you are tuning into all the fun. And any last words? Oh, yeah, follow this guy over at Twitch. Twitch.
I haven't streamed this month but once, but I'm going to start back full time next week. So starting tomorrow.
And one day Freems is going to invite me on to get drunk.
Also, a new thing with my stream. I'm going to go ahead and say it here real quick. Wednesday is now Wrestling Wednesdays.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. We got Mosh Mondays where we go over hardcore music. Two-tone Tuesdays where we go over ska.
Yes.
Wrestling Wednesdays. Then we got TRL Thursdays where I do request videos and stuff. People can, if you want me to watch something, send it to me. But yeah, come hang out.
You'd get drunk.
Oh yeah, and then once after I have my surgery, we do You Cringe You Drink immediately after the wrap up.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So you can watch us get
absolutely
drunk.
Perfect.
Tom, I'll have you come on the first episode once I'm back.
All right, sounds like a plan.
You gotta get Tequila Tom out of hibernation.
Tequila Tom out. You get Moonshine Freems.
Yeah.
Moonshine, holy shit. So,
well, anything else, boys?
No, it was fun.
It.
Great day of wrestling today to kind of patch up a hard week and a great wrap up here. What a fun day.
What a fun day, man. Well, damn right, Tyson. Turnbuckle Tavern always lights the way. All of you have to do is let them run. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and we are out of here, as the beautiful man with the beard once said, run.